FuzzTalkRadio International Conglomeration Enterprises in association with FuzzJockRadio Productions does not endorse, approve, or have insider knowledge about sports, sports betting, or any beneficial knowledge whatsoever. FuzzJock cannot be held responsible for personal decisions made up to and including sports betting, alcoholism, pregnancy, and or stock choices. Listening to FuzzJockRadio has been found to cause cancer in the state of California. Side effects include mood swings, hot flashes, cold flashes, and dizziness. If listening to FuzzJockRadio for more than 4 hours, please consult with a mortician. FuzzJockRadio is proudly produced by prison labor in the People's Republic of Transnistria.
Отправьте помощь, оказавшись в ловушке в студии подкастов.
Kirk suffered an Achilles tendon tear yesterday at Lambeau Field.
The nerves is where it's at.
Me personally, our whole team, our whole organization, we're all, hurting. And we're going to miss him. There's no doubt about it. We're going to miss him. He has every intent of still being a major, major part of our leadership, part of the quarterback room, a part of our offense, part of our plans. And quite honestly, I don't expect anything less from Kirk being the man and the leader that he is. The circumstances is tough of a break with the momentum we have as a team right now. We have to move forward. Nobody feels sorry for anybody in this league, and we know that. They're going to get my best every single day, and we're going to move forward.
Moving forward, yeah. Here we are. Thank you, audience. Oh, man.
Moving forward with us.
I think this audience is the best audience we've ever had. Look at you guys. You are beautiful. You're wonderful.
Definitely the most we've ever had.
Last week's audience, I don't know. I'm not really sure about. But this week's audience, yeah. Look at you. Not putting down last week's audience because we don't do that in FuzzJockRadio. We are a very positive podcast, not COVID positive because we're not a COVID podcast. We are a sports podcast.
Yeah, nope.
But we are attitudes positive, right, James?
Hike.
Yes. We are FuzzJockRadio. We're just going to get right into it. Right away. Might as well, right? Because
Whoa, that's new for us.
No, it's not. We don't normally go on to tangents and get sidetracked on the intro, do we?
Mm-hmm. Nah, that doesn't sound like it at all.
No, I mean,
I've never done that in my life.
yeah, no. We.
What's it like?
We keep moving forward, like the coach says, and we'll get to that at some point. But first off, we have to go through how our weeks are. No, that doesn't sound right.
Who are we? You should rewind it.
I don't have the rewind button.
Who are we?
I don't have the rewind button. Shoot. So I think we need to just keep on moving forward.
Yep, gotta move forward then.
Okay, so should we just keep on moving forward with the... actually, now that I remember what we're doing, because sometimes I forget, Wes.
Understandable.
Sometimes I get... I was going to say obsessed as well, but I'm not obsessed right now. I'm just a little distressed. No, is distressed the word that I was going to use?
No, we are.
Like
we are
closing
blessed.
Oh, we are. Thanks,
We are
James.
blessed.
We are FuzzJockRadio, and currently we are at a point in the road where you can either go left or you can go right. No, let's not use
You can
those
go
terms.
east or you can go west.
That's too political too, James. Because east and west rivalries here in our hometown.
or more or less.
Coming out with the hard choices.
Yeah,
right out of
like
the gate.
you can take the high road or the low road. So like when you decide,
Are you saying my choices are being suppressed?
I mean, maybe because like if you have two choices and you decide to take one, the other one's got to be the negative one. Can't both of the choices be positive?
It's kind of like a yin and yang kind of thing. Yeah.
That's what I'm going for.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So
That might be what is best.
So the two choices are right now is that we could either introduce ourselves or what I was going to do is jump forward to how our week went. And maybe we'll let our Hest... have you heard of the word Hest before? I don't even know if you know the word
I
Hest.
think I've heard
It's
the word.
Norwegian.
Okay. That would explain it.
It means horse. But before we realized that the word actually meant horse, one of our FuzzJockers sent us an email, let us know it's Norwegian for horse. But before we knew that, we hijacked the word, if you will.
Yeah.
Is that the right term? Hijacked? Like
Accepted.
A car? Okay.
Shanghaied it.
We Shanghaied it. There you go. Throwback. We Shanghaied the word, and we decided that, guest is a negative, could be viewed negatively because you have an interviewer and a guest, usually in a podcast or a radio show, right, or like one of these type of shows, right?
Yeah.
And which tells the audience that one or the other is better than the other. Like one of the other, either the guest is the main person on, or the host is.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
And in FuzzJock Radio, like I was saying earlier, we're not about negativity. We're all about positivity, and we don't want to have that distinction. So we're Hess. We're guests, and we're Hess at the same time, and you're a Hest.
I love it.
And James is a Hest. Doesn't matter how long you've been on the show, you're a Hest. You're not a guest Hest. You're not a ghost either. So with that,
Feeling it.
With that, I'm sorry that
You're feeling like a ghost?
who are we? No, wait a minute.
Who are we,
I
really?
had the question. Okay, so let's just do this right away. How about this, guys?
Ooh.
I think James and is this working?
You think
Yeah,
so?
Yeah, that's working. I think James knows what's going to happen.
We all know what that sound means, or what this jingle is.
Third option. I
It's
didn't even
time
tell you
for
guys that
the
there was a
Fuzz question of the
third
week.
option. Now, the fuzz question of the week is when I ask the Hess a question, and then they answer the question with their opinion answer. And there's no right or wrong answers, just an answer. And then we don't talk about why you decided that's the answer that you want to go with.
I'm with it.
We just
Takes
answer-
all the pressure off.
We just answer what our hearts feel or what our brains think, whatever one you want to choose, and we just move on. Okay? So, the question of the week this week, guys, is should we introduce ourselves first, or should we talk about how our week was? C-dubs.
Introduction.
Introduction, okay. Wes?
Oh, I got to be right in the middle, huh? Come on, I'm the Hess here. What's going on?
Yeah.
We all are.
We
all are. Get over it.
Yeah. I think there's nothing wrong with a healthy introduction. I like that. I'm throwing my vote there too.
Okay. And James?
I say same time.
Okay, so
Incongruence.
you said incongruence.
As it were.
Wes said
Introduction.
and C-Dub said
Introduction.
okay, and that was our
Fuzz question of the week.
okay. So let's
was a good
introduce
question.
ourselves. C-Dubs,
was fun.
how's it going? Want to introduce yourself?
I think we should introduce each other.
Oh,
throw
okay.
it around.
Okay, so who are you going to introduce?
I would like to introduce the Hest of the evening, Wes Craven, everybody. Wes Craven here on the show tonight.
Oh, man.
You write books, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wes
Spoken
Craven,
wrote that.
Movies and-
the author.
Direct and authorize and filmarize.
Well, the way it goes.
You invented Freddy Krueger.
You're the Freddy Krueger guy.
The knife fingers. I mean,
No. No, it's Wes Craven, the author. Wes Craven, the movie maker, adapted Wes Craven, the author's movie, right? Is that how it goes?
Oh.
we could, we are an embodiment of many a creature.
This is feeling like a pole vaulting experience again. Okay, so you're Wes Craven.
Yeah. Too late to back out of it. Yes.
Yeah, and
Rolling with it.
who was introducing you? Was it C-Dubs?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, well,
Did
and so who talks here when we're introducing each other? Because we've never
Now
done this
Wes,
before. This
Wes
is
Craven
brand
has
new.
to introduce someone.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
man. Jeez.
Pressure's on.
Yeah.
Do you know all of us?
Yeah, I'm, a little, a little bit. I'll do this the weird way. I'm gonna introduce both of you,
Okay.
Fuzzy C-Dubs, because
Oh.
I know both of you for exactly the same reason and roughly exactly the same time, and that's through the real radio personality, my wife Molly. So it's really thanks to her, who is at home in bed, that I'm here. And
Well,
talking
thanks.
with you.
Thanks, Molly.
Yeah.
If when
Terrestrial radio, bringing out the internet radio.
when she listens, if famous Molly listens to us, famous Molly is her name now, right?
We take
Famous
that.
Molly.
She would accept that.
I hope
for
she
sure.
accepts that because I'm not turning back. We're moving forward, just like the coach told us, right? So
It means Fuzzy has to introduce someone.
So
now.
then we have all the way. Usually James is to my left, and I like to dox him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he's to the left of me in my studio.
Yeah.
But he's not. He's not. So I'm doxing him this way by saying that he's not in the studio. He is live remote. How's it going, James?
Oh, so good. I'm still James, and just got some schedule changes and gonna be remote a few times here and there, but back in the studio next week, I believe.
I think it'll work. I think it'll work out just fine.
Oh yeah.
It's fun to switch it up.
So since
It'll help me get the old setup going, and I could use this mic and headphone setup for from streaming. Be a big time streamer.
Yeah, you got the Nintendo games. Does Nintendo let you stream games anymore?
No, they don't like it.
No.
They hate it, but I'm gonna probably do it anyway.
I didn't know that. I learned something.
Yeah,
I'll probably get famous.
You'll probably learn
pretty
a
soon.
lot.
I'm ready to learn. Learn me, boys.
Yeah.
Since we're with you, James, how's your week been? What's going on?
I feel really tired because it's been a long week of like Halloween preparations, and trying to interpret costume ideas from my kid, and he's so creative.
Yeah, what's going on?
But I have to like interpret. What do you want? Do you want to know what he is?
Yeah,
He's gonna be a stick man.
a stick man.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Wasn't he
But, like,
a glow in the stick
From
man?
stickdeath.com?
That's what I was gonna say. If
That's what I was thinking too. That's where my brain went.
if you had been around a couple years back, he did a stickman type thing with glow sticks.
Yep, I remember that.
But he's like, no, I want to do a stickman, but like different.
Cool. Good.
So we've interpreted a different kind of stickman, no glow sticks involved, and so it's just been a lot of trying to understand what exactly he wants and what's going to be acceptable, given that it's going to be pretty cold tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There's snow coming. There's snow on here actually.
Currently
right outside.
happening as we speak. Yeah.
C-dubs. How is your week? What do you know? What's going on, buddy?
Oof, week. It was good. I mean, I went to a Halloween party this last weekend, so it was fun to explain my costume to people constantly, and then they still not get it, which is funny because I explain what my costume is in my introduction.
Yeah.
So that's what I really like about it. I actually find that very funny because my costume is I'm Louise Belcher dressing up as Ryan Gosling from the major motion picture trailer Drive.
Okay.
And people would be like, oh, yeah, you're the guy from Drive. I'm like, no, I'm Ryan Gosling from the major motion picture trailer Drive.
Cool.
And I'd have the Louise ears, and of course, no one knows what Bob's Burgers is anymore. And so,
Did Louise?
No, people just didn't get it, and I loved it.
Did Louise dress up as that for Halloween one time?
Yes. So
Okay.
Louise dressed up, and since she's a 9-year-old girl,
So you were
she doesn't know what
dressed
Drive
up
is.
as Louise as I can't say that so fast, but
Ryan Gosling from the major motion picture trailer Drive. Because yeah, she's a little girl. She can't watch the movie, so she doesn't know what the character's name is. She just knows that it's Ryan Gosling from the major motion picture trailer Drive.
yeah. Cool.
I love that. That's super creative and way more impressive than the stale route we went. That also involves Ryan Gosling.
Really?
Yep, you already guessed it. Yeah.
Wes, how's your week? How's your life? What's going on with you?
Life is good. Life is good.
Tell the audience about yourself a little bit.
Oh
Who are
man, that's a load. I do a lot.
We like to load up.
Like to load up. Okay. Yeah, I do a lot. I dabble in the filmmaking as much as I can. When I'm not doing that, I'm making music. When I'm not doing that, I am busy not working at a stuffy corporate job that we all hate, and I manage.
Not sponsored.
I manage the Spirit Halloween. So being Halloween season, that's been a lot.
Cool. Good for you.
We did not go to any Halloween parties. In fact, we were supposed to. We got our and this I'm gonna pick on Molly again. This was her choice. Okay, was absolutely adamant, to my dismay, that we were Barbie and Ken, and I was like, babe, us and fucking everybody in America, right? But it didn't matter. She wanted to rock her Barbie outfit, and I was like, all right, I'll do the Ken thing. So we got the outfits. Just so Saturday night could roll around and we could go, it's probably going to snow and we're tired and let's just not go anywhere. So
good for you.
Classic.
Love it. I think that's the choice.
That you know, the magic to a happy marriage is finding somebody who's willing to blow everything else off with you and just hang out and do nothing.
Yeah, that's great. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
How about you, Fuzz?
Me? You guys want
your week.
You guys want to know about my week? Well,
Tell us right now.
Unlike you guys, let me load this. I forgot I need to load this up here.
Yeah. He's going to tell us all about it.
Somebody said that we like to load up, so
yeah.
He's not going to dodge the question.
That kind of sounds. That's interesting.
I like it.
Saying.
I like it.
That's maybe one of our new slogans. Time to load up.
Time to load up.
Me though. We. Unlike you guys, all week I forgot it was Halloween weekend. That's true. I totally forgot. And this is our roulette. We are letting the roulette choose what we're going to talk about first. And we probably should talk about football no matter what the roulette says, right? Because where is...
Because Monday night.
This new,
MNF.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way it goes. This new system is working pretty well, but at the same time...
Except for when it doesn't?
Well, I can't see it. Like, my eye doctor says that I have 20/20 vision.
Are you ready for some football?
Yeah, but what's his vision?
What?
That was a good one.
It was an old high school friend, so I don't know if he was just being one of those nice doctors.
Bro, you're good.
He's being a homie right there. God, you're fine. Look at you. Read this board.
Don't even worry about it, Fuzz. Okay, so football, Monday Night Football happened. Was it fun or interesting? C-Dubs, did you watch it even?
I watched part of it. I was watching the World Series mostly, but I switched over to it for a bit. If you're a Lions fan or rooting for the Lions this year, which I guess a bunch of people are, I guess that was entertaining for the Lions. But if you're a Raiders fan, no, you hated it.
Did you watch Monday Night Football tonight?
No, but I definitely heard all about it.
Yeah?
Well, I mean, I heard things, but
that it existed.
Yeah, that it existed.
Yeah.
It's a thing. It happens. Apparently, people get really into it, and
so the Lions and Rams. The Lions are in our division. Are the Rams in our division? That's Kirk's old team, right?
Raiders.
The Raiders. Do Raiders fans still exist?
Yes, in fact, most of them are still here in California, even though the Raiders are now in Vegas.
Do the Raiders play in that new Globe thing in Vegas?
No, but that's where they should play. Fuck their
man,
stadium. That's where they should play.
Having the video of the game on the Globe while you're watching the game.
I couldn't be on that team playing in there because I'd throw up everywhere.
I think you would throw up.
That would be more fun, though. I would enjoy watching players run into each other because they're looking at the screen and vomiting everywhere.
Yeah.
And people
they need to pay me
that'd be
some money
hilarious.
for these ideas.
It's like just a ball of stimulation right there is what that is.
Man,
stimulation ball.
To the Blurns ball.
So
yeah, Blurns ball and stimulation ball.
Did we hear if it was a good game or not? Was it a blown out game?
So good.
Like, what was the score?
It was pretty lopsided. I mean, Lions are basically in charge the whole time. Raiders look terrible with everything they did. So I mean, they got
the Lions are doing pretty well this year, aren't they?
Yeah, they're basically going to win the Super Bowl.
They're going to win the
I would
Super
like
Bowl?
that.
Okay.
They probably
I
are.
like that. Should we move on to move forward to the elephant in the room?
Yeah.
What our
bring that elephant on out. Come on, Stampy, come out from the closet.
We should have a soundbite for Stampy. That'd be pretty cool. I'd like that.
You guys really built whatever that is up, so I was ready.
We could probably spin this into positive news, right?
Sure.
But I was going to ask,
I got
do you
a good
want
take.
the good news or the bad news first, West?
Ooh.
Well, I want to hear Jamez's take on this.
Yeah.
I want to see him spin it.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, I think the thing to look forward to.
Do we want to talk about we're in the fork in the road first. We need to decide.
Okay.
Do we want to talk about the good thing or the bad thing first?
How about the bad thing? But I want a tone put on it to make it sound like it's the good thing.
Okay.
Challenge.
Kirk Cousins, our quarterback that has been a shining star this year, that we've all been dogging on. As of today, we found out that he tore his Achilles tendon, and he's out for the season. And we've been winning with him, and now he's out. And the positive light, James, or no? What's your?
I'm sure he's getting a lot of. I'm sure he's getting a lot of sympathy clout on Instagram.
He has time to read a little bit more.
Yeah.
He is going to be a team leader. But James, did you have a take on this?
No, I mean it's always horrible when someone gets injured and loses out on their opportunity to play and compete, which was what they love to do.
We don't want to make light of it at all.
However, but hopefully a good and healthy, swift recovery for Kirk Cousins. But in the meantime, I'm hearing that the Vikings are still winning. So, and I don't think it's our backup quarterback either, because I think he might have gotten hurt.
He got hurt too, I hear.
Yeah, so we're
Is
on
that correct, C-Dubs?
Rookie draft. Rookie drafted Superman player, young guy.
Who's that?
I don't know his name, but he's late draft boy.
He won the game for us, right? Didn't that happen?
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
So that was the other news.
The guy got
that
hurt
the Vikings
in
won.
the
Oh,
game.
okay, I
Yeah.
spoiled it. Yeah.
So the
His
Vikings
name's
won.
Jared.
Jared. Oh, that's a good name.
probably.
That sounds like a Vikings quarterback name.
Like a winner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I can at least say that his name probably starts with a J.
I mean, that's a good name to start your name letter to start your
good.
name with. A good name to
good.
start your letter with.
His
that's
name
what
should
I'm
be
saying.
Jules, so the Minnesota Vikings can turn it into some kind of thing that they like to do. The jewel of the, the Minneapolis
Jules.
Miracle. We're so quick at coming up with like trademarks for players. It's it's like a talent.
Yeah.
Well, let's not act like we're the only Minnesota fans that dog on Kirk Cousins by any means.
No. But I just want to make sure that everybody knows that we did dog on him quite a bit.
Is there like is there a parallel universe somewhere where maybe Kirk Cousins comes out of this and publicly states this was the best thing that could have ever happened to me?
Absolutely.
Because I think it's not like we could ever understand, that level of stardom, but it's like, I don't
Oh, I was gonna say I understand.
Okay.
Not the start. Not the
He's got so
stardom.
much time to listen to Creed now.
Well, no, that's where I was going to go with this. Because he's hurt, he'll be able to get tickets for the Creed concert that's coming to US Bank Stadium.
Well, I was gonna ask about that. So last week we realized that Kirk. Okay, so 2 weeks ago, the Vikings started winning, and Kirk put all the onus on them changing up the playlist and listening to Creed higher. And they won after listening to Creed higher. And then the next week, we're like, well, they gotta be listening to Creed again. Do they listen to another song, or do they listen to higher again? And we decided probably higher again, because they don't want to outplay this. Like they'll just play the same song that got them the win. And then maybe next year they'll move on to another song or something. Right? That's what we're talking about. And now this week, I'm more than willing to bet you guys that they played higher again, and they should have moved on to another song. And so now I'm wondering, does Kirk even like Creed?
You best believe he's still.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Superstitious.
You just don't turn away from a man.
Yeah. I think he
like
likes
that.
Creed so much he twisted his ankle to pop it so he could get those tickets, because he would have missed the concert otherwise.
It's all a shoot.
Oh, okay. It's all
He's gonna personally ask Scott Stapp if he'd like to fill in as quarterback.
Then he can just sing it before every game.
Yeah.
So he is out for this. He is out for the season. And all kidding aside, we did, all of us, I think, can say that we hope for a speedy recovery for him, that he can find the positive in the light. The coach had said that Kirk is willing to stay with the team and be a leader in the locker room as much as he can, and help put together plays and whatnot. I mean, he's still getting paid, so he better.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he's like, I'll be there. So that's cool. He's a leader.
We got your back, Kurt. We got your back.
Yeah, and this might be the last snap of him being a Viking, which is
possible.
Which is wild to think.
Because how long has he been with the Vikings now? It's been like
7 years.
Oh man, it still feels like not that long ago to me. Yeah, that's wild.
I gotta make a correction.
Case Keenum would have been 7 years ago. So it's been 6 years.
Okay, that makes sense. James, what?
Jaron Hall is the rookie quarterback.
Jaron Hall, and he's going to take us to the Hall of Fame.
Jaron, are you Darren?
I kept thinking Jalen Hurts, but I was like, I know that's not.
No, that's not right. Yeah.
No,
that's not him.
Eagles.
He's not in the. Yeah.
Okay, Jalen Hall. Right. So
no,
we got
Jaron Hall.
Okay, Jaron Hall is going to take us to the Hall of Fame.
Yep.
It's going to take us to the Hall of Records. It's going to take us to the.
He's going to take us higher.
It's going to take us higher.
To the Hall of Heads.
Oh, man. Oh, hopefully Kirk looks at it this way. He's like, I had to go down for Jaron Hall to take us higher and be like, yo, this is the team. And then maybe Kirk will become part of the GM process or something like that for the Vikings, and eventually own the Vikings from the Wilfs. Maybe that will. Maybe the future will hold that. We don't know. Only the future knows.
Yeah, I think you're manifesting. So
yeah, why not? Kirk seems like a good guy. He likes to give to the communities, especially the Christian ones. So
and the cereal people.
Moving on. Any other football news?
No more.
No more?
No more football.
Okay, so
spin that wheel.
Roulette. Here, maybe I should.
FuzzJockRadio.
Yeah, basketball.
Basketball, gimme the ball because I'm gonna dunk it! Basketball, gimme the ball because I'm gonna dunk it!
Remember Mr. Alex J, a part of the Style Biters, like C-Dub's right-hand man?
Oh, yeah.
That's not his voice.
It's not his voice, but he's one of what we call the blind refs, and he helps make these sounders
okay.
for us.
Nice.
Yeah.
Great.
I just found out that's from SNL, but I just found out the guy singing is the guy from I Think You Should Leave. I never knew that till like this week.
Yeah,
I think just the background guy is Tim Robinson.
Yeah.
I think the main singer I think is Andy Samberg.
Yeah. Andy
for
Samberg.
the sketch.
Andy Samberg's part of that sketch.
So Tim Robinson's the guy saying, "Do it."
Yeah.
No, that's shit. That's the guy who does the soccer show with who is a football coach. What the fuck is that called?
I'm gonna rewatch it.
Yeah, we should all rewatch it. Well, otherwise, we have basketball.
Now.
Let's move on. Basketball time.
We're not an SNL podcast. Maybe that's something that somebody wanted to do a show on Fuzz Talk Radio. If anybody ever is listening to this and they decide that they want to partake in radio, you can contact Fuzz Talk Radio at fuzztalkradio@gmail.com. We're always looking for new shows and podcasts to rebroadcast. So if you want to be part of the Fuzz Talk Radio, I was going to say
Spider-Verse
Empire, just contact us. fuzztalkradio@gmail.com. Basketball, right? Is that what we want to talk about?
We're here.
The Wolves are playing in the season now. It's not preseason in the Timberwolves NBA schedule right anymore, and they are currently, Wes, 1-2.
Oh,
3 games in.
damn.
Not too far in.
So the positiveness of this is that having 1 loss instead of 2 wins, or having 2 losses instead of 2 wins, is that gives them more drive.
Yeah, no, I always say failure is a strong part of success. It's part of that recipe.
Oh, that's a quote.
Yeah.
We should quote that.
Yeah.
Did you guys know that Wes has quotes over here?
I mean,
Wes
yeah.
Quoten?
Don't credit me. I borrowed it from somebody. I mean, unless you want to. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
it's from you.
You're right. I'm Wes Craven, and I invented that shit.
Oh boy,
Fuck yeah.
that's pretty cool.
That's got to go on one of our bumper pictures for the future.
Did any of us
I'm
watch?
Wes Craven, and I invented that shit.
That's what it'll say.
Did anybody watch the games? Anybody seen the games at all?
I watched the score for today's because I was also watching the World Series, but I was watching the Wolves are in the lead for half the game,
Okay.
and then during the third, halfway through the third period, the Hawks were putting on a show, got up and completely tied it, and then in the fourth, the Wolves barely could do anything, and the Hawks put up 35 points, and the Wolves put up 50. So it was pretty bad.
They are a good-looking team.
Yeah, I was gonna
they
say
should just
in the.
put their talent. No, I'm just kidding. They look great. Their talent. Let's get in there.
I was gonna say in the first game, the loss against the Raptors didn't. I didn't think it left too sour of a taste
Yeah.
No.
necessarily, and especially on the team side. And they came back, played Miami Heat, won that game.
Yeah, they did
Gobert
something right.
Gobert was off on that, or off the wall, not off, but
So was Naz Reid.
He was going to town. Yeah, Gobert and Naz Reid were nailing it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
It's a very awesome looking team.
They
I'm
did
excited
something
for
good
those
in
Wolves.
that win.
See, the only thing I have to say about that, and we don't have to go off on a tangent by any means.
We
but
can.
Have any of you
We can, though,
watched?
Wes.
Have any of you watched the documentary about the Chicago Bulls? I forget what it's called, but it's mostly
The Last
centered.
Dance?
Yes.
Oh, the
Michael Jordan thing.
Yeah, it's a Michael Jordan.
Is there? And this will bring it back current.
Yeah, I watched that.
I'm still convinced that guy is subhuman. Is there anybody current? I don't keep up on it as much as you guys, but is there anybody out there today who's kind of that's the next guy?
LeBron James would have been the only closest one.
Yeah.
There's the new guy. What's his name? He's the newest player. He just got drafted number 1 overall, Wemby or something like that. But he just recently. He's so tall and lanky, and he's young. He's young still. He did a dunk that looks like in Space Jam when Michael Jordan reaches his arm and it extends really far. It looks like that in a real photo because of how long his arm is. He's that far away, and he dunks it, and you're like, this is photoshopped, and it's a real video. His arm is just that long. It's not the same length, but it looks like that. His arm looks photoshopped, and his arm is really just that long.
Really
and
cool. That's really cool.
The talk about him is if this guy does what it looks like he can do, he's next Jordan, LeBron, whatever you want to say. He's the next star.
He's the one.
Yeah. I don't know who that is.
More than anyone else
Nice.
I've heard of.
I haven't even heard of that person. I need to look
I
him
think
up.
his fucking name is.
I called. As soon as Michael Jordan's talking about this and this happened, and I took that personally, and then it's just a bunch of cuts of him just ruining everything. I'm that's gonna be viral. That's a thing. I feel in the locker room before the games, the coaches just need to play that little thing, and just be all right, guys.
Dude, he is unreal. He was unreal.
Yeah.
And it sounds like he can still play, which is wild too. His eyes were so bloodshot in that documentary.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what was going on.
He's retired and really enjoying it. Clearly.
Yeah. Which I would do too. Let's see here. So the Timberwolves are. The next game is Wednesday, so in a couple days. So if you guys are around a television set, make sure to turn on the Timberwolves and cheer them on.
I like them.
Any other basketball news? Everybody? Anybody else with the basketball news? Is that a no? I can't hear you guys.
It's a no.
Oh.
Hey, Wes, what do you think of our roulette? Isn't this a fancy machine right here?
I like it. I dig it. Yeah, it's a fun.
A lot of buttons and dials and lights and.
It's very pretty to look at. I'm glad it's right in front of me.
My dad and my grandfather built it years ago, and it's gonna be a family heirloom.
Heck yeah.
Man, I can't believe I just threw out that mystery or that lore of the roulette.
Baseball is fun again in
I have
Minnesota.
never mentioned that on the show, and I can't believe I just did that. Okay, so baseball is fun again in the World Series. The World Series is going on, so baseball is fun again in Minnesota. If you're watching the World Series and you're a fan of one of the teams that's in the World Series, which is the James, what was the teams that are in the World Series?
The second Washington Senators, now known as the Texas Rangers.
Who are the Twins, right?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
You got Mitch
Who are
Garver.
the replacements of the Twins?
Yeah, yeah. There's a big
Interesting.
lineage.
They're the Twins understudy, basically.
Yep.
Huh.
The Texas
Against
Rangers
the Arizona.
Diamondbacks.
Diamondbacks. Yeah.
They have a
Some of the
snake
snakes.
as their logo. I don't know if you know that.
That's pretty. Yeah. I
that's
think
pretty-
I did know that.
Pretty wild. Yeah. How's the World Series been? I haven't checked out any of the games. I kind of actually forgot that baseball was happening after the Twins
A little bit.
lost. Anybody watching?
I've been enjoying it. The thing that's weird though is both of the LCSs, which is the League Championship Series, the games before the World Series, went to Game 7. Very exciting, just intense games. Not a single home team won in any of the games, and they were like the highest rated ones in years that they've people watching. And then Game 1 of the World Series, which was phenomenal because it went to 11 innings and was a walk-off victory. It was really fun.
Yeah.
Do you
was
know what
the
a walk-off
least watched
victory is?
World Series, I think, since 1969.
Wes doesn't know what a walk-off victory
Educate
is.
me. Educate me.
Oh, a walk-off is when the game is tied, and in the bottom half of the inning, the home team gets one last chance to score, and if they score, it's the end of the game.
Okay.
And they hit a home run, which ended, or hit a, I don't know, they scored. So the game was over because there's no chance for the other team to rebut.
Yep.
And so they just walk off the field.
That's cool.
You don't even
they
worry
can
about
walk
it. They're
off.
like, oh, we got to walk
And
off.
they don't need
victory.
to play out the remainder of the
Nice.
inning.
It's just
Right.
over.
Yeah. That's cool.
No shaking of hands.
What a
They don't need
flex!
to win more.
What a flex! Can you imagine if what if just volleyball had that? Right? No, we're done.
Is there a chance that volleyball?
I don't
could have
know. I don't know. I'm like trying to picture it.
But I think it's more of like, because that would be, you'd score and then you'd celebrate, and I think can you win on a final? I guess you can, yeah, but it would be different than, because in baseball you literally can hit the home base and you can just keep walking to the dugout and just get out of there. You know.
Yeah.
I think you have to do a bunch of other stuff in a lot of other
Baseball,
sports.
baseball. I don't know if you know, is a pretty neat sport.
Yeah.
Like, we're all pretty big fans of the baseball.
We're seam heads over here.
Yeah.
Seam heads.
Well, the Rangers currently lead the series 2-1, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
So, and I believe the Rangers had the higher seed, making them have home field advantage. So they played the first two in Texas. Now they're
Correct.
going to Arizona for the third, fourth, and fifth game.
Yep.
Also in Arizona is actually where Twins baseball is fun, is in Arizona. Because right now we have the Arizona Fall League happening, which is a lot of minor league players. And a couple names that have stood out. One, Kalai Rosario, leading the league, AFL, Arizona Fall League, in home runs with his 6th home run yesterday.
Nice.
He's slashing like 303, 378, 758 with
The next Royce Lewis.
with over 1,000 OPS and 5 home runs. So like he's crushing it right now.
Wow.
And just behind him, Aaron Sabato, a first baseman that's actually been in our farm league for several years. Ooh.
you
Just
might
hit
wanna-
his
You
fifth
Tell you're
home run.
excited about it.
You might want to back up a little bit from your mic and kind of.
Okay. But anyway, Aaron Sabato just hit his 5th home run.
Oh,
so
damn,
he's
they're
just-
both up there then.
Yeah, he's 1 home run right behind him. There's only 3 players in the AFL right now with 5 home runs. 2 of them are in the Twins.
Okay.
Awesome.
Cool. Go ahead.
And Aaron Sabato, actually, as I mentioned, he's been in our farm system for a bit. He is now Rule 5 eligible prospect.
Yeah, I was going to say, what does that mean?
I don't know the specifics, but it means this person has been in our prospect part of the organization so long that Rule 5 is like a limit of years they can be in there.
Okay. Kind of like
so
a red
at this
shirt,
point,
like
at
a
this
red
point,
shirt
he's
type
been
of
in
thing
the system
college
so long.
C-dubs?
So this means that he's able to move. He's just get in the team, or does this mean that he's able to move on from the team?
Well, he has to be. It means he has to be added to the 40-man roster, or they lose him.
Yeah,
or I
'cause
think
was
they
saying,
become.
I guess that rule because
available.
if you're in that long, you can't be on the farm league anymore because you can only be in that system so long as a young player.
Oh, for real?
Mm-hmm.
You only can be in a farm league for so long. Interesting.
Because that way you could just keep suppressing someone, who should be able to move on and be used in another team.
Yeah.
Like, for example, like if you had the Yankees and you've got some player who's really good, but you got everyone else who's really, really good above him, he'll never get a chance. So
it sounds like one of those.
They don't want stuff like that to happen.
It sounds like one of those rules that were created when the owners were found colluding on keeping certain players from being able to play in certain districts and stuff like that.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know that baseball is one of the most corrupt games in history?
I think I knew that. Yeah,
it's amazing.
Yeah,
and that is why we call it America's pastime.
Yeah, makes sense.
That's perfect.
It's wild. You should, if you haven't looked up, listen to a couple past episodes of FuzzJockRadio. You'll learn all about the corrupt history of baseball and why we love it. So the Rangers are currently ahead in the World Series 2-1.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Anyway, I was going to say too that even though Aaron Sabato has been crushing in the Arizona Fall League, he has a lot of competition to be added to the roster right now because we have a very stacked farm league and a lot of Rule 5 eligible prospects this year actually. And a lot that we really need to hold on to. So maybe Aaron Sabato gets added to the roster, maybe not, but man, I am so excited for some of these names.
Yeah, that's great. So that's
it sounds like we got some new Royce Lewises coming up.
Oh, we got like 5 Royce Lewises coming up.
Okay. Royce Lewis is a guy that hits home runs.
Okay.
Actually, not just home runs, grand slams.
Yeah. I think he's the most grand slams of a rookie in the amount of time he played or something. Like no one's ever, like it was like 4 or 5 in like a month. 4 in a month or something he did.
Yeah.
Damn. He didn't even play half the season.
Did we already talk about the World Series?
Yes.
Okay.
I
don't know where I didn't. I thought we jumped. I don't know where I was at. So the fall prospects, Arizona fall prospects.
Yeah, Arizona Fall League's happening right now, and speculation on prospects that are Rule 5 eligible.
Okay.
That will need it to be added, or we stand a chance to lose them from the organization.
Decisions to be made.
Yep. But very exciting. There's so much good stuff in the Twins Farm League.
Any other baseball news going on?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
As you know, after the California Angels had a really bad season, I think they fired their manager. And guess what?
They should have.
And guess what?
What's that?
One person who is in consideration, our very own Torrey Hunter.
Oh, really? Torrey Hunter. Do you remember who Torrey Hunter is?
Yeah, he's a broadcaster.
The player.
Do you remember when he did that broadcasting for the Twins?
Yeah, he called a couple games for the Twins.
Yeah.
But Torrey Hunter was
So good at it.
also a player for the Twins, wasn't he?
What?
Yeah,
Really?
he left and came back. When he came back, I believe he was the one who started them shooting a basket when they celebrate in the outfield.
Yeah, he brought a lot of life back to that clubhouse.
Okay, so was he drafted by the Twins? Did he start his career as a Twin? We're
I think he started it.
We're not.
I don't know if he drafted though. A lot of people are drafted by teams that they don't
True.
actually
Yeah,
start with or come up with.
Well, we'll just say we don't know. And
Yeah, he probably did.
No.
Torrey, but he got onto the Twins, and he was an outfielder.
Yeah.
Yeah, he played outfield.
And
Before he was a broadcaster.
And he was really good, and a lot of people really liked him. Was he part of the '91 World Series?
No, he was after
he was
that. He was
after
during like
2000.
But it was a lot of fun. And then he left, and everybody was sad that he left. But then he came back like 5 years later, or
like
something
Jesus.
Like that. Yeah.
It was kind of like the Garnett returning, where it was like he was too old to actually be like a difference maker, but it was good to have him in the clubhouse.
Do you remember
That's
when-
the
It just brought the morale back.
100%. Yeah, it was great. And he's known for like jumping up against the wall and catching home runs.
Oh, sure.
And stuff like that,
Yeah.
and hitting his
Like
own
Kirby
home
and
runs.
Buxton.
Was definitely in a Sports Illustrated or two.
Yeah. He was a good looking guy too, so they wanted to take pictures of him.
Oh,
that
in
type of
bikinis.
thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he
good.
retired, and then he became a broadcaster a couple times for the Twins, and he was part of the organization. And after players retire, they kind of spend their time around the team that they enjoyed while they're during their career. And
Hell yeah.
he picked the Twins. But you said he now what is
He is in consideration.
for?
He's amongst the list of potential new managers for the Angels.
That is awesome, and
for
that's
him.
and that's our new segment.
Past players, where are they now? Past players.
Oh my god, Wes Welker's back on the Dolphins.
Past players.
I like that new segment.
Are we ready for something else?
Let's see if there's a hockey in that roulette machine.
Are we overplaying the roulette?
No, keep playing it.
It's so therapeutic.
Wes, are you a hockey player? You look like a hockey player to me.
That is very kind of you.
Is that a kind thing to say?
I don't think anybody's ever told me that in my entire life, but I'll take it because hockey players are scary.
They are. They are scary.
It's just a lot of testosterone, and it's fun to watch. So thanks for whatever that's worth.
My nephew, he's 9, and he is a hockey player, so he's in training to be scary, I think, is what you're saying.
I mean, yeah,
He's
absolutely.
yeah.
He is scary.
They are hockey players or something else.
Is it mandatory for for them to take like some boxing courses, in the course of their hockey training? Because man,
Dude, what I wonder is how the goalies stand there for so long and then have all that deal with all the anxiety of the spotlight being on them with the hockey puck like being chucked at them at like 120 miles an hour. I don't know how fast.
that's
hockey
interesting.
pucks are.
Yeah, like what goes through their mind all that?
Goalies
time?
are almost always the weirdest players on the team too. So like it's a special type of person that becomes a goalie.
Watching my nephew's hockey practice, all the players are fucking around and whatnot, and then there's the goalies standing at their goal just by themselves,
Just
like
waiting.
The entire hour.
Yeah.
Like it's weird.
That-
While everybody else is like doing stuff.
There should be like a TV show about that or something. I don't know. It's, I'm just like, it's just the goalie and just their thoughts.
Just the goalie.
The thought,
What,
yeah.
What
I like
thoughts are going through their head?
Inside
That's
the mind of the goalie.
I like that idea, actually. Maybe we should work on that. Hockey. The Wild are now. Is that your too? Or
No.
is mine too?
That's yours.
The Wild, Luna down. The Wild are now
2-4 and 3,
4 and 2,
3-4 and 2.
Is that right? I'm sorry.
Yeah, and they're doing. It's not the best
doing
right
3,
now,
4,
but
and
they've
2-ish.
been playing well. I mean, one of their overtime losses had a 7-round shootout. So I mean, it's not like they're trash. It's just they're not always getting the lucky bounce of the puck. It's puck luck, and sometimes it's not with you. So they're still a good team, though. So I appreciate that.
I feel like
I did want to bring this up. Huh?
No, I got more games coming up to do better though.
I was just say a few things are more
It's a
entertaining
long
than a
season.
shootout. Who doesn't like a good shootout?
No one.
I mean, honestly, I've
everyone.
always been like,
No,
shootouts are fine. But then I saw a shootout end an MLS Cup, and it was the most exciting thing I've ever seen because the narrative for it was reversed.
Yeah,
it was the greatest goalie of the soccer team of the soccer league as one side, and the other side, the goalie for that team had gone out with a broken leg, so they had a guy who'd never even had a shootout happen to him before. And the guy who was the best lost. So it was amazing. But anyway, so shootouts are always, you never know. But I wanted to bring this up, though. So we're talking about spooky, scary, that kind of stuff with hockey.
Mm-hmm.
And especially,
we got Wes Craven, the hockey player.
We got Wes Craven here, so maybe slasher time. Something I've always wondered why this has never happened in hockey and is horrific fucking happened.
What's that?
A player died from a Minnesotan player who now plays in the league in Europe, died from a freak accident of a skate cutting his throat.
Oh my God.
In a game.
Oh my God.
Like so graphic, they emptied the stadium.
Oh, I would
it was
assume.
the end. They were
Holy
like, get everyone out, burn the tape. And I've always wondered, like, man, I'm surprised it doesn't happen.
Right. It's like the biggest fear. That's like one of those.
Actually happened. Like that's final destination type of shit.
Exactly.
Yeah. Skate
100%.
jumped up, got him right in the throat. Boom.
Oh.
Whew.
See, I always imagined like a finger. I mean, I know they have the gloves for that kind of thing, but like ever since being a kid, I'm like, how many people have lost a finger during that? But I mean, the throat, that's some deep-seated fear right there.
Oh, that's
I've seen it happen in other places on the body, but there it is. It happened. Rest in peace to that man. I mean, he was a Minnesotan.
Yeah, let's move forward. That's pretty graphic.
Let's do the thing.
We are sorry for everybody that was listening and we didn't throw it like that. What's coming up is graphic. Like you said, rest in peace, dude. That sucks. At least he died doing what he loved, playing hockey, which is really something that some people want to do, and we could talk about that in the next segment. No, we got to check out the roulette, right?
Yep.
Let me see here. Are you ready? Roulette table. Oh, this thing is getting old. It's like over a couple 100 years old. I can't believe I just threw out another tidbit of the roulette table.
You're doxing the machine.
You guys ready to go to other sports? I'd love to. Ping pong, for sure.
Is pickleball skiing?
What is the highest level of car racing called?
Curling.
Other sports? Acro yoga?
Agro yoga?
Acro, like acrobatic.
It is a fusion of tennis, ping pong, and badminton.
What sport starts with a tip-off?
Basketball.
Nope, incorrect. Other sports.
It's a very social game.
Fight each other to the death.
Like NFTs or something.
You have to hit the ball.
Other sports topics.
So are there multiple major leagues?
I went to a soccer game in Dallas, in Paris, in California, in England.
Go up to a soccer game and be in the supporter section.
Teach them how to play pickleball.
Why not?
Free lessons when I come up.
How many clubs can a golfer have in their bag?
Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods. Might as well tune out now because I don't have another sports button yet. I don't have another sports button yet other than that one. Other sports topic. We got Swift. Taylor Swift was in the news again. I can't believe it. This lady is just taking over the globe, it seems like.
A sport I know things about.
You know about Taylor?
Swiftness. Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
Best sport.
Do they call her TS? for short? Are you a Swift? You're a Swiftie.
I think on the streets,
Wes
it's just
Craven, the Swiftie.
It's just T Swift. I think
T Swift.
It could be more, but T Swift.
What the kids are calling her?
That's what all the kids say. Yeah.
I was also thinking maybe it's TS. Like they really like those kids. They really like shortening words.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's like definitely an acronym generation.
You have a couple of them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I'm always learning new words all the time.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Because you can be on top of it that way.
It's a good way to try to stay relevant.
Sometimes I say things, and my niece and my nephew are like, Uncle Fuzzy.
Yep. Yeah. See, I feel like there's some kids who respect the fact that you try, but then 90% of them are like, no, just don't do that.
So, what's the T Swift news? Anybody?
T Swift news of the week is she's now, because of her tour and the film that she's come out with the tour.
The tour that what did to the economy?
Was an economic boom everywhere it went in the United States.
That should be a sound button right there.
Oh, yeah,
boom.
What did she just do?
So she's now officially a billionaire.
A billionaire.
Yeah, go Taylor.
That's
Not
a lot
many
of money.
Musicians are billionaires.
She does, I'm just gonna say this I'm gonna let my Swiftiness come out. I think she deserves it. You know what I mean? It's like
that's good.
It's like there's, not
a lot of people deserve $1 billion.
See, that's what I'm saying, and not that she's the only one, but I mean, she would be on that real short list.
The only one.
Yeah,
you think she's the only one?
Yeah.
I mean, we don't want to list people off and then say yes or no. We could do that, but we're not one of those podcasts because we like to keep things positive.
I'll cut to the chase. The answer is no for everyone except Taylor Swift.
Yeah, okay.
There we go.
Yeah.
So, I mean, easy.
God, that's a lot of money. I don't know T Swift. Can I call her T Swift since everybody else does?
Yeah. She'd
but
appreciate
you can't have
it.
two
I don't
billion.
know her.
Yeah.
And I didn't just learn about her. I'm not gonna go with that type of bit. I'm not that underneath the rocks, but I realized that I don't know any of her songs, but then when I hear songs, I'll be like, holy crap, that's a Taylor Swift song, and I do know that song.
They're all Taylor
I was gonna
Swift
say
songs.
when you hear them, you would
all Taylor Swift songs.
They're all Taylor Swift songs.
$1 billion though, like not knowing who Taylor Swift is, all I gotta say is I really hope she knows a good investor.
Oh,
that's a lot of money.
She's got some smart. I think she's got a good team, but I think beyond that, I mean, she's very capable.
Do you know what she's gonna do with it?
I mean, the one thing that I know she does do with it is she gives back. She gives back a lot. She's like one of those people, because when you can't be that famous without being in the press all the time.
Yeah.
And she's easily one of those people where it's just always really good things. Like, she's just America's sweetheart,
Oh,
I hope she buys a sports team and pisses off all those sports team fans, and then just even creates herself as more of a sports-centered person.
I want that. That'd
that.
be pretty cool.
And then you have her on the show.
Yeah,
could happen.
Oh man,
she could buy the show.
Fuzz question week. What type of sport would you like Taylor Swift to buy?
See, pickleball is what everyone's buying, so she shouldn't buy that. What should she buy? She should buy a hockey team. What celebrity owns a hockey team? Everyone's buying like soccer teams, football team.
Can we maybe let's put a pin in it? Pin it up to the board. Put a pin in the topic, and then we're gonna wait until we actually talk to you, FuzzJockers. There we go. Send us an email. Put a pin in it. Let us know what team or what sport you want Taylor Swift to buy.
And then the team could be called the Team Swift.
FuzzJockRadio@gmail.com. Yeah,
I love it. It's great.
Moving on. Should we move on? Moving forward?
We got wrestling?
Do we have more Taylor Swift?
No, that's all. I just picture her with rugby. I think she'd just buy the whole sport of rugby, so it becomes very relevant. That's all
rugby
I got.
Would be good. James, what sport would you like her to buy?
Snooker.
Snooker. Ooh, that's a good sport.
Our resident snooker expert.
That's would bring light to that sport. That sport, as we've talked about snooker multiple times.
Huh.
And we decided
going against the grain.
We decided to talk about it because we needed to bring light to the sport.
Yeah.
And Taylor Swift bought a snooker team.
Talk about using your
platform.
Bigger than
pickleball.
It would be her versus. I hope. Would she sponsor the Donald Trump snooker dude that won the championship?
Oh no, definitely not.
Because
not that Donald Trump.
That's true.
Oh, okay.
It's true.
It's like
Donald Trump won championship.
Jared Trump.
Snooker.
Jared.
Not the one that you're thinking
Did
of.
not know there was more than one.
There
wow,
is.
that took a wild left,
is.
right turn. I don't know, a turn in some direction.
Wait, I want to change my answer.
turn.
I just realized I want her to buy TNA. That's what I want.
Wrestling?
Okay.
Yeah, she should buy TNA wrestling.
I am with that.
We do have wrestling on the docket. Let's see if wrestling's up next on the roulette table, okay?
Ooh, let's see.
And I'm sorry that I threw out that name. Oh, man, I really want to scrub it.
You're gonna have to censor it.
Can I? Maybe I can. Maybe that'll be the thing where I'll be like, you should listen live because you know what I censored. Because you can listen to this after the fact.
Yeah.
Podcast too, not just a radio show.
Right.
Isn't that cool?
That's awesome. Yeah.
I cannot know how to hear any more about tables.
I only got to hear half of it, but that was good.
That was amazing. I was feeling it.
AEW news. So it's not It's not. Well, it's pro wrestling news. Just to let you know.
Yeah.
But we don't talk about the one wrestling company.
That's
that
sports
everybody-
entertainment. That's different.
Oh yeah, that is sports entertainment. So I have to.
Yeah, well, this is
WWE
wrestling.
is sports entertainment, not wrestling.
Copy.
And they admit that.
Mm-hmm.
And until they decide to change it, which is probably when Vince McMahon started to throw out that name as well. But once he is not part
censor that one too.
Of that whole experience at all, that's when we'll probably change our tune.
Yeah.
'Cause he's just an asshole. We don't like to support
Yeah.
assholes.
Yeah.
But so AEW news. MJF and Kenny Omega. Do you know either of those names?
Ring a bell. Pun intended. Pun intended.
Just had the World Championship match on Saturday night on Collision. Not a pay-per-view, which is amazing, on free live TV.
That's wild.
The best belt machine, right? That's one of his names.
Best bout machine.
The best bout machine. The cleaner. The best in the world. Like that everybody seriously says. If you know pro wrestling, you know that Kenny Omega is the best wrestler.
The one.
He's the one. He's from New Japan. Never worked for WWE. He had all of the belts from all of the pro wrestlings at one point, like the Ultimate Dragon did at one point. And with that happening, you know that behind the scenes shoot, he is a really good person. Versus an up and coming MJF, Maxwell Jacob Friedman, who has been up and coming. The owner of AEW, Tony Khan, saw MJF at some just random indie show and was like, yo, I'm going to start up this new company called AEW to go against WWE and do pro wrestling correctly. Do you want to be one of the pillars? And he's phenomenal on the bike. Mm-hmm. Who would you compare MJF to? C-dubs.
I'm trying to think. I mean, the classic mic technicians. I mean, everyone thinks of The Rock, but he's better than The Rock. The Rock was just catchphrases. I mean, MJF tears you apart.
He calls himself the devil. You're on the level with the devil.
You're not on the level with the devil.
You're not on the level with the devil. He is
he's our scumbag.
Scott Steiner,
our scumbag. He's better than you, and you know it.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And he has just been he got the world title belt, and last night he's getting to the point where he's going to surpass Kenny Omega's days of having the belt, and Kenny's currently been the longest holding.
He had the longest.
Yeah, the longest holding title reign. And MJF, spoilers, beat Kenny Omega.
Oh shit!
It's the only thing I saw from that show, and the highlights are wow, what a fucking match they put on like you said, regular old television.
So MJF,
just a classic.
And it was amazing. It was an amazing match. MJF now has beat the best bout machine, and also defended the title at Wembley.
Mm-hmm.
They had a show at Wembley Stadium and sold it out.
Nice.
Largest wrestling crowd of all time.
That's crazy.
And they had MJF do the main event.
And he opened.
And he opened as well.
And
he won, so he has the tag belts as well.
Yeah.
And just amazing. And he's a scumbag, and he wears a devil mask and goes around and beats people up backstage sometimes. And now that's been happening again recently, where the devil mask's been showing up, but he's saying that it's not him. Do we have any?
Yeah.
Do we have any suspicions of who it might be if it's not MJF behind that devil mask?
I have two ideas.
Okay.
Two theories.
What's that?
It's either Roderick Strong, who he's doing a story with. Roderick is. So MJF's in a companionship with his best buddy, now his current best buddy, Adam Cole, who's hurt.
Mm-hmm.
His Adam Cole's best buddy, Roderick Strong, is trying to get Adam back. Since he can't, I think he's pretending to be the devil to set MJF up.
Okay.
Or
I can see that.
Or there's one person who's beefed with the person that MJF got the devil from, and I think it could be Jack Perry.
Oh, that
could be how they return him.
Jack Perry, Luke Perry. Remember 90210, everybody?
Yeah.
Yep.
His son is Jack Perry, and he's in AEW,
Oh,
and
shit.
he is also one of the pillars.
Nice.
He's really good, and he's been hurt. He's been out for a
Well, he
while.
also got suspended.
Oh, he got suspended for calling out. Remember the CM Punk name?
Yeah.
He came back and in real life was a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
And almost hurt the owner because he freaked out about stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things was Jack Perry called him out on not letting him use real glass for a spot and stuff. And behind the scenes, Punk was just real big asshole.
Threw a tantrum.
Yeah.
And so Jack Perry, Luke Perry's son, got suspended for getting CM Punk all riled up, and then CM Punk got fired from AEW in real life, and
with cause.
With cause, yeah. And now, that's I think Jack Perry would be a good idea. J-Maz, what's going on over there?
Yeah, I'm just chilling, man. I don't know what to make of that speculation, but I do know that MJF's feuding with Bullet Club Gold and has an upcoming 8-man tag match where he's going to team with 3 as to be named yet teammates. So with MJF's tag partner Adam Cole being injured, and they're just building up a lot of storyline around tons of people with their eye on MJF's title.
That is a big thing.
Which is awesome. And there's just like this whole MJF against the world feeling, like the world's coming after his belt.
MJF.
But yeah, I'm looking at who's going to team with him, and just to see him in a 8-man tag match, I think that's going to be one heck of a match because.
Is that for the world title?
I think they bring in a lot of people that are feuding with him to be his partner.
Cool. That's going to be a good match to watch out for. Yeah, so MJF has the world title belt and has everybody gunning after him.
Of course.
And then he also has the ROH, the Ring of Honor, which is a different indie production.
Yeah.
That the owner of AEW also owns.
Okay.
He owns MJF has the tag belts of the ROH as well. So then all the tag people of ROH are also after MJF. So all the people of AEW singles matches, AEW people are after him, and all of ROH's tag match people are after him.
Marked man.
And,
Big old target on his back.
And just beat Kenny Omega.
Yeah, dude, that was really good. Anyway.
There's a big name on the list of free agents that just left WWE. Who's that? Who's that? What's that?
Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, Drew McIntyre.
Ever heard of him? Because I haven't. I have no idea who this guy is. But people like him.
Has not signed to anything since he left WWE or got let go of WWE. How's that go?
I think his contract just ran out. I don't think he ever got a fair offer, and he just said, "I'm good. I'll just let it run out." Because his last show was in England at like Clash of the Castle, and they ended it with him singing a song to the crowd with another English star. Okay. So they clearly were doing like swan song shit.
Okay.
So I think he was planning on
leaving. Coming to AEW probably.
Yeah, and I'd like that. Drew McIntyre's a great guy, and he did not get a fair shot in WWE. Even when they gave him the title, they took it away like right away.
I got to get into this shit. It sounds like what is? I'm going to ask an ignorant question, but I feel like this is a learning opportunity for me. This whole night.
This is all about
what separate. This could be like an opinion thing too, maybe, but. What separates the AEW thing from the quote unquote sports entertainment? What's different about it?
One is about physical storytelling in wrestling matches inside the ring.
Yep.
One is very focused on that, along with promos, outside storytelling, vignettes, real life stuff outside the ring.
Yeah.
WWE is more focused on drama outside the ring. What's inside the ring is coincidental to the story being told outside. It's more about like drama and like, look, a celebrity and, oh no, that's more WWE.
Good way to put it.
A lot of people like to say their sizzle, AEW steak.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah.
I like
that. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I never thought of it that way.
So it feels like it's kind of bringing back what was always good about wrestling when we were probably all kids, right? Where it's like...
Yeah, and that's what everyone says. Yeah. This is more like the Attitude Era.
A name you're probably going to remember is Sting.
I remember that guy, yeah.
He is... you need to get back in.
Yeah.
Because he has been wrestling. He is old, but he's a good wrestler.
Yeah.
And he is retiring after this year.
I heard that. I did hear that. Yeah.
So you need to watch Force because of Sting.
Yep.
And then also, if you remember Sting, remember his tag partner?
Woo! Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Mr. Ric Flair.
Yeah.
This last week just showed up in AEW.
Wow.
There's an article about Ric Flair saying that, I'll just throw it out there. Ric Flair's a shitty person.
Yeah.
So to get that out of there, I want to preface that we all know that he is a shitty person.
All my homies hate Ric Flair.
Yeah, we don't like him.
It's kind of like one of those.
We're hoping that he wouldn't show up.
It's like kind of like respect the art, not the artist, kind of thing. But is it
but specifically, this is the only circumstance I would want him to come in for, is to tell this story with Sting.
Yeah. So
like if he would have come in for any other reason, I'd be like, why? Why'd we do this? This makes sense.
Yeah.
There is an article
a big part of
out there
Sting's career for sure. So
then they'll probably retire together then, right?
Yeah, he'll be part of the retirement for sure.
Or is Sting gonna kill Ric Flair in the ring? Because there is an article that Ric Flair wants to die in the ring.
Well, yeah, because can that guy even really walk very well anymore?
He technically is retired. He had his last match, I think, last year, and it was very bad. So I would not want Ric Flair wrestling again.
Wasn't that the one?
But I want him there.
That was with Shawn Michaels, right? Or was that a different thing?
No, that was a very previous. That was like 20 years ago.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Was the first
his
of like 5 retirement
matches.
was.
Yeah, his retirement final last match was against his training buddy Jay Lethal and what's Jeff Jarrett.
Mm-hmm.
And Ric Flair teamed with Andrade El Idolo, his daughter's husband. So those were the tag teams for his final match, and he looked rough.
In AEW, which is wild.
Yeah. But he looked rough in that match. Like he was trying to do his famous moves, and you're like, that doesn't look good.
Come on, man.
That's
You're
really
just-
bad.
I mean, well, it looked rough 20 years ago, so I can't even imagine. Now I know what I know what I'm looking up as soon as I'm out of here. I'm like, I gotta,
do it.
I gotta see it.
So we do have a Discord. I'll invite you to the server.
Cool.
For like we have AEW watches and stuff
Okay,
every
cool.
Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. And sometimes Thursdays for ROH. We watch all the pay-per-views together.
Cool.
And we talk about it. It's
I
fun.
like it.
It's a lot of fun.
I need this in my
Good
life,
community.
guys. I'm hitting that midlife crisis. I need some of this.
We got you.
I was just telling my wife that. the other
Pro
day.
wrestling.
I'm like, I just need, I need some
You
friends.
need some male burlesque in your life.
Yeah, I need some friends who are like not doing all these crazy art things, and I just miss having. I got one friend in Mankato. I got one friend who's like just, every couple weeks, like, hey man, you want to come over and drink a beer and just like sit in the garage?
Well, we got you, Wes.
Like, I need that,
Wes Craven, the Friendless.
Yeah. Yeah. The friendless. Yep.
Any other AEW news we want to get to before we move on? Is that everything?
That's all I
Is
got.
now fuzzy memory trivia? Is that where we're
Let's
at?
do it.
Oh, we did not load this yet. Sorry, guys. Hold on.
Expert proving time. Here we go. Wes Craven.
I'll try.
Oh, wait. How does this song go again? Oh, yeah.
This is fuzzy memory trivia. This is when I ask the Hess questions. There are real answers, not opinions. That's why it's different than.
That's your opinion.
Yeah, it is. And we keep points. And I got my notebook, but I did not write down the points from last week. Does anybody remember what the points were?
2-0.
No, I feel like I have like 7.
2-0.
Well, I feel like chicken tonight, but still.
Okay.
I got nothing, but I also have an excuse.
Okay. So I'll just move on. We'll just move on. We'll just move forward, right?
Move forward with the score.
Which country hosted? And this is just just yell out the answer when you know.
Okay.
And then don't wait too long to throw out the answer. If a word comes to your head and you know that that's the answer, even though you don't know it's the answer, just know that it's the answer.
I'm excited
Just
about
throw
this.
it out there, okay? Which country hosted the 2016 Summer Olympics?
Beijing.
Incorrect. Brazil. Who holds the record for the most goals scored in a single FIFA World Cup?
Pele.
Lionel Messi.
Justin Fontaine. How many goals was that?
14.
13. In what year?
92.
2016.
2008.
1958.
Oh, shit.
Which basketball player is known for his skyhook shot?
Damn it.
Kareem
Hakeem
Abdul-Jabbar.
Olajuwon.
In which sport would you perform the Fosbury flop?
Sumo wrestling.
Snooker.
High jump. Who is the all-time leading scorer in NHL history?
Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah, tie, guys. Wayne Gretzky. Boop, boop, boop. Which tennis grand slam is played on a clay court?
The U.S. Open.
The French Open. Which country won the first ever Rugby World Cup in 1987?
France.
New Zealand. Who won the gold medal in the men's 100 sprint at the 2008 Beijing Olympics?
Justin Foshnot.
Usain Bolt.
Justin Miller.
In baseball, what is the term for a play where the batter hits the ball and runs all the bases, scoring a run without stopping?
Home run.
Home run.
Tie. Which golfer is known as the Golden Bear?
Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods.
And that was...
Tiger Woods.
Jack Nicklaus. That's fuzzy memory trivia.
Jack Nicholson? Wow.
Oh, wait. How does this
Jack
song go again?
Nicklaus.
Oh, yeah.
So that was fuzzy memory trivia, which donates. Donates? Is that the right word? Donates? No.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That tells us that it is the end of the episode. We're done. We're finally here.
Nice.
You can
All
go
right,
back
so you
home to your wife.
Went by
and
quick.
Be like, man, that was
Holy
horrible.
shit. Holy shit, babe. Holy shit.
You
I'm going to
don't
wake
know.
her up specifically.
You don't know what's going on over at Fuzzy's.
Wes,
Fuzzy
before we
Studio.
take off on this, I wanted to ask: is there anything specific you want to talk about that you have in the future, currently, or in the past you'd like people to check out?
Oh man. Yeah, I'd say the most relevant thing, if you want to know what I do, because it's definitely movie.
Sports.
Yeah, sports for sure, absolutely. So if anybody's fans of George A. Romero, right, just a little name in the movie world, I'm working on putting together a film that kind of plays in his universe a little bit.
Cool.
So that's been
lots of kung fu.
It's been about 6 or 7 years coming, and that's kind of now that we're getting out of Halloween season, that's going to be my full focus. So if anybody wants to watch along on that journey, the movie's called Beth, and we're calling it a George A. Romero love letter. So
do you have a website that
it's on?
can go to?
We got right now. So we're about to launch a huge campaign that'll have all the things, but right now it's just a Facebook group. So that is where we're corralling everybody. So.
Make sure to get a .com.
Oh yeah.
Don't just rely on Facebook.
Nope, it's just how it starts. Yeah, we have. I believe we have 3 or 4 top tier marketing people that are rolling out the whole strategy. So it's all way over my head.
Because I know everything about marketing.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
Better listen to me.
Yeah, I'm in your studio. You're doing okay.
Either way, that sounds awesome. We'll definitely keep track of what's going on with that.
Yeah.
Send me the email links. And
they forced me to plug that. I was like, I don't, if you're gonna ask, I didn't know what to talk about, and I had people be like, you got to talk about that.
Yeah.
Okay. There it is.
I also wanted to ask, what's your favorite past project? If people wanted to check out some of what you do, that you'd want to point some in the direction of.
No, thank you. Thanks for that question. I actually do have an answer for that. So right now, in the name of the Halloween season, if anybody needs something to watch. There's a feature film that we produced about 1.5 years ago now in Duluth, Minnesota. So it's all Minnesota-based.
Cool.
It's a feature film called The Hand That Feeds, and I just found out a little while ago that it's free on Vudu.
Oh.
So it doesn't cost you anything if you want to watch a real over the top. I say over the top, blood fest, B horror. It's like
a trauma
style.
film.
Fun. We're touching that a little bit.
Classier.
So The Hand That Feeds, it's on Vudu. Check it out. It's fun. It's
Beautiful.
fun. I wrote the thing, so that's what I did. That was my hand in the hand that feeds. Okay. So
nice.
Cool.
Sounds cool.
It's very sports related. A lot of sports.
I got some Vudu. I'll watch it.
Anything else you want to ask, Wes?
I have a question that Wes can go first, but I really wanted to ask this for everybody. Just simply favorite horror film.
Halloween. Original
Night of the Living Dead.
Love that. That is such a loaded question, but you know what? I'm gonna go.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go way off in left field, and I think I'm gonna say the Blair Witch Project.
Oh man, I saw that at the theaters. Holy fuck, that was scary.
It's just it's one of those things that because I talked to a lot of people, especially younger generation, do not like that movie. I mean, there were people at the time who absolutely hated it, but especially now. And I say that's a type of movie, unlike Halloween and some of these things where it's always kind of being reinvented. The Blair Witch Project is a type of movie that'll never happen that way ever again. It just can't.
Do it again.
It just can't.
It was the first found footage type of movie.
And found footage is still very beloved, but the way that movie affected people at the time is just being done specifically in that way will never have that same effect again.
Yeah.
It's perfect time and place.
Because cell phones.
Yep. And internet and all that. So
you didn't know if it was real or not.
Right.
It was very good.
There's just something about that, being a horror guy, that just hits me in the right way.
What about you, Mez?
Oh, I like a more recent one. It's called It Follows.
I just got suggested that. I have it in my phone to watch that.
And it just got announced for their sequels coming.
I was gonna say finally, like 7 or 8 years later.
Yeah, no, it's just there's nothing. I don't think there's anything particularly stand outish about it. I don't know. I think a lot of the sound design's really
other than
fun
it's scary
and throwback,
fuck.
but
that movie's
terrifying. lots of good eeriness and just lots of good kind of more classic tropes that I don't think you see enough in more contemporary horror.
people are so stimulated nowadays that to take something that doesn't have a monster or have all these crazy effects, or you know what I mean, to be able to scare people with your own mind and just a narrative is wild.
That's what I really liked about that the Quiet movie where the people break into the guy's house where he's blind.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I don't remember what that one was called.
There's also a movie called Hush where it's that same thing, but the woman's deaf, and it's like a home invasion kind of thing. Yeah, creative stuff like that.
Anything we skipped over, or anything any of us want to talk about before we start fully wrapping up the episode? No.
Did we ever go over your guys' costumes, or are we gonna give that up?
We talked about that last week.
I know. I didn't remember if Fuzzy has it.
Whatever. Tuesday. Oh no, I didn't. I
don't
know. I don't have a costume.
You should dress up as the podcast.
Yeah.
That'll show 'em.
No, I like I said earlier, I totally forgot it was Halloween weekend. Anything else?
I'll be Knuff. I'm going to be Knuff this year.
So what do we got going on the rest of this week, guys? That's how we wrap up this episode, these shows. Wes, what do you got going on? Well, no, we just talked. No, what do you got going on specifically for the next week?
Specifically, the next week, I'll be at I'll be handing out candy to kids. That's coming up tomorrow. And other than that, I think I'm actually just going to take a little R&R.
Well, that is tomorrow.
I'm going to rest. It is tomorrow, literally.
It
is Halloween Eve. Yeah, everyone's going to run out to like Walmart or whatever and just stock up.
JMS, what do you got going on the rest of the week?
Oh, man. Well, right away, I've got some last-minute costume construction to help my son out with.
Good
But,
dad stuff.
the rest of the week, trying to just keep on track with the weather getting colder. Haven't been a fan of that.
Yeah,
but,
well, you can.
But I got to like find where I stashed away the sweaters and jackets and all the things that you pack away when winter's over.
I'm gonna switch out the lawnmower with the snowblower.
Yeah, exactly. I got to switch out some seasonal things and like remember where all it is. But yeah, so I'm just gonna be like transitioning, getting ready for winter.
Yeah, C-dubs.
He's like, I don't have that problem.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go get
no
a
problems
tan.
about that for me. I gotta actually probably take care of my orange tree.
Those are good oranges. I had a couple oranges when I was over there. That was good.
They're really good. I love Halloween for handing out candy. I've been doing that since I was probably 14. I just love handing candy out. And also, in my neighborhood, since I work for the Dodgers, whenever you come by and you have a Dodger hat on, like if the kid's dad has a Dodger hat on, I give them a bobblehead. So I've got my box of bobbleheads ready to hand out and the candy by the door right now, and I can't wait to do that while watching some of my favorite, scary movies / Halloween movies tomorrow, including The Munsters, which I fucking love that movie. Thank you, Rob Zombie, for making that, because I love that movie.
It's great.
That's cool.
So yeah,
that'll be fun.
And Nerd is Scared Stupid. I'm gonna watch that too. Okay, what about you, Fuzz?
Me? You want to know what I'm gonna do this next week? Huh? Hopefully, I remember it's Halloween tomorrow.
Thank you for tuning in. If you would like to support, head on over to our shop, FuzzTalkShop.com. That's FuzzTalkShop.com. Buy yourself a hoodie or t-shirt. We even have mugs and stickers. From all of us over at Fuzz Talk Radio, we appreciate your support.